It's a rare condition, it's called AIDS. When Magic Johnson got it, we all thought he was gay. If there was a cure, it'd be from God's design. Some people say it's even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic cure inside those deep state walls. Cause all I see are medical fees. My whole family's victim to HIV. We relive horrible times, but make hilarious memories. We're consciously monetizing our traumas and our friendship. We also talk about smart guy stuff sometimes. We know the show's got a stupid name. Welcome to Always Very Always. What is your opinions on the semen retention community?
Oh, it's funny. We were just talking about ego depletion on a Patreon episode.
Yeah, now we're talking about seed depletion.
So semen retention, is that like NoFap, or is that more so the idea that you get? Is that the one that they think you get superpowers from having extra nut?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
First huge biological issue with this idea I see. Your extra nut, you don't keep it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I don't know what happens to it specifically, but it's not like it gets replenished on a very regular basis.
Yeah, while you're sleeping, you bust and it goes into your mouth. All right, next topic. I wanted to bring up this concept. I have this thesis that on the internet there's really only one meme. Mm-hmm. No, that's an extreme point because there's really like 3 or 4. But everyone's talking. They make it seem like there's all these memes, but a mimetic expression is talking about the form, and all the memes that you see, they're the same form. They're just it's different things filling in.
When you bottom text,
yeah.
When you that meme is literally like speaking to that point, right?
Yeah. So I'm just saying, I know it's being like pedantic, but it bothers me. It's like all these new memes. It's like, no, it's the same meme. It's just different pictures.
Yeah, it's the same stuff always.
It's still an impact font, my dude, or it's still like text with image.
It's still this versus that.
It's the same expression, except you're referring to a different thing. And I just thought people need to be reminded of that.
That's a good point, dude. That's a good point.
All right.
When you bottom text is meme. The end.
All right. Didn't bring this up when we were talking about the fucking Lyft driver, but there was this guy in Lafayette who he loved playing music just off his phone. He had the aux cord, and it's like, okay, cool. Aux. This guy's like one of those professional guys. He's like spraying down his car every time someone leaves. Got the air freshener up. He got the aux cord. He's ready to to give you a good experience for the next 20 minutes. This is horrible what we're watching. We're watching Sons of Anarchy on the TV. And this is a dirty cop trying to cover up a little murder here. You know what's funny about Sons of Anarchy in the first, this and The Sopranos? We didn't get to this episode yet, but on the 4th episode of both Sons of Anarchy and Sopranos, there's a for the first 3 episodes, you might think these guys are bad, but in this episode, they're going to show you that they're good because they killed a pedophile. I love
how to redeem yourself as a criminal.
Oh man,
the classic, bro. The classic scene in the jail, we're all the bad, hardened criminals. So we do the guys like you. You know what I'm saying?
My boy, not my boy. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said. I'm going to bleep that out.
Yeah.
Anyway, something else. Jared Fogel's been in the news. Jared Fogel's been.
I was just eating that Subway.
I was just supporting him. I'm trying to get my man out.
Well, he got nothing to do with Subway now. He got completely, they call it, axed for that, dude.
But, it's saying when they canceled Ronald McDonald for what he did to all those kids in the playpen, he still represents McDonald's in my head. Or trying to take away Reggie Bush's Heisman. It's like he still won the Heisman. Reggie Bush do? I think he did it for getting under the table payments. So they took away all his.
Oh, they
college
took his Heisman because he was like literally indentured servant at college, and he like breached his contract.
Yeah, he made like a cool, probably like 6 figures. I think something crazy.
How is that crazy when he was supposed to be making millions?
I mean, of course.
If you're the best college football player, you can basically be in the NFL. That's how it always goes. And you're not getting any money for that though.
And you have to be there for 3 years.
The fact that they forced you to get no money though is the saddest part.
I wonder if there's like a loophole, because I remember Emmanuel Mudiay, instead of going to college, he went to either Europe or China.
Yeah,
and he came to the NBA.
LaMelo Ball went to Australia.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, LaMelo Ball, he played overseas, and that made him a better player too. I feel like because now he's competing against like actual grown men instead of like college kids that he would easily just be putting points up on.
Yeah, but is that the same? Like, could a high school football player go to like
I have heard
football
of
Germany or whatever?
I've heard of them going to the CFL.
Oh, see, okay.
Yeah, I've heard of players like from high school going to the CFL and then being like, all right, I'm ready. And I've heard of it not working out too.
Well, I mean, football is a lot less. It's more likely to not work out.
Just in general.
But I was gonna say, look, I just found it. I was gonna talk about this fucking Lyft story. I can't get out of my head of the. He was like, yeah, what type of music do you like? Do you want me to change this? Like, no, I'm fine with what's on. And he's like, yeah, I just really like tight beats. And I'm like, what? Like, you know, I like listening to J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar type beats. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, dude, the fucking Uber app don't have content ID. You can listen to whatever you want. This man in his free time is listening to Kendrick Lamar type beats.
And you're just like, so what's your Kendrick Lamar song? What's your favorite Kendrick Lamar song? I don't know, bro. I like that fucking Italy Kendrick Lamar type beat. That one really bangs different for me. Maybe, does he freestyle or anything? Like,
no, he's just like he's just a regular dad.
He's just a regular dude that usually listening to tight beats. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I can't even pretend. I've listened to them before, and they do be busting.
Yeah, I mean they're good, but it's just odd to be that guy.
Freaking R Rare Bear with his Frank Ocean type beats.
It's always so horrible how like even at this late date people are still posting their fucking freestyles in the comment section. Their fucking lyrical spiritual shit in the comment section.
Lyrical marital swimming pool.
Oh, but I do want to continue with the basketball because the preseason, NBA preseason, you saw that Pelicans game?
I did not.
I watched the
I have not been watching basketball lately, to be honest.
I mean, it hasn't, this season hasn't started yet until like 3 weeks from now. But I just watched the highlights just to see Zion, and it's so funny. When he's walking, he looks like Shaq on the Celtics, like just bad. But when he gets the ball in his hand or he's like in pursuit of the ball, he looks like fucking Derrick Rose. It's fucking crazy. He goes from like 40-year-old aging giant to like prime, like all-time athlete type of guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he made a full recovery, it seems. It's just odd.
Yeah, he did. He did. Has he lost any of the weight, or he still?
Oh, he lost a bunch of the weight. He looks in great shape, in my opinion.
Yeah, he always has. I mean, people keep pretending that like I mean, I think we were talking about this the other episode. Like 280 pounds, all muscle, 6'7".
That's just his
That's
body.
a lot different from a typical obese person.
And they did the same thing with Charles Barkley. Like they kept making fun of him for being overweight when like for years when he was on the Suns, just like abs. Like he was like a slightly less cut LeBron.
Yeah,
that guy was a fucking beast, but they kept making fun of like those fat boys days. You could never outrun those fat boy days.
You can never outrun the fat boy days. Bro, Zion is one of the only athletes too, where it's like they hyped him from the get go. Like, oh, this guy can jump so high. A lot of times those people underperform on their like vert tests. Nah, this guy actually goes out there just standing vert of 40 inches at 285 pounds.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was very skeptical at first, but I think he's gonna be one of those people who have like, he's like a weird, like he's a guy who should be injured all the time, but I feel like he's not going to be going forward. He's gonna end up being a guy who has like a pretty good career and already made All NBA in his fucking first full season. So yeah, I'm really excited. I was very skeptical until I saw that.
I was most surprised by his under the basket work. Like it's not like he's a post scorer, but he's one of those people like he gets the ball close to the goal, he's just gonna find a way to score. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He's just that
he's
strong.
so
He can
quick
jump
and
that high.
oh.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
He's like a, maybe this is a little too much, but it's like a better Blake Griffin around the rim.
That is, I would honestly, I'm a huge Blake Griffin fan. I would say that's pretty accurate, minus the like playmaking of Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
But he's a better shooter than Blake Griffin too already. No lie. But I think that's definitely like I don't even think that's an optimistic ceiling for him, like Blake Griffin level output. Like I can definitely see him putting up like 25 a game.
Oh yeah, 25 and 12.
Yeah, that's definitely some buyout stuff.
Oh, I was also looking forward to like going to a Pelicans game this season. Even though the meme I think is over. I don't know if the meme's still going, but shouting "Let's go Brandon." But
why is that a thing?
You don't know about "Let's go Brandon"?
No, let's go Brandon.
I don't know.
Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, I'm saying that for Brandon Ingram.
Oh, okay.
But "Let's go Brandon" as in the dumbass meme about saying. You seen that? Never seen that clip from like a year ago at the NASCAR event?
No, I haven't.
Where everyone in the crowd was saying "Fuck you, Biden."
Oh,
as the woman was interviewing the guy who won the race. His name was like Brandon, who gives a fuck. But he was, and then they were being so loud, they were like, you could hear it through the broadcast. And it's like, oh, you can obviously hear it, Brandon. They're all cheering for you. They're saying, "Let's go, Brandon," but they're really saying, "Fuck you, Biden." So the meme became where like conservatives say, "Let's go, Brandon."
That
so
means fuck you,
so you can get away with it.
That's great.
So I want to say, "Let's go, Brandon," at the fucking game and be a shithead.
Yeah, dude, that's great. Yeah, Brandon Ingram progressed the ball how we expected to. Still don't play defense though.
Yeah.
Every tryhard refuses to play defense. You notice that?
Yeah, I think I said this before. It's like if you score like 20 points before the age of 22, you're probably not playing defense in the NBA.
Yeah, if you average more than 20, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, the only people doing that is like psychopaths, you know, like Kobe, MJ, LeBron. People that are just like that addicted to winning. You know what I'm saying? That's the only people spending that kind of time on defense.
And LeBron in that preseason game, he was looking. I'm like, wow, this guy looked like he's 31. This guy really got 2 years left. Like for the past 2 years, we've been saying he got 2 seasons left, but he still got 2 seasons left.
LeBron is the poster boy for the ubiquity of PEDs, bro. Oh. Some people are still convinced to this day that guy has been aging in reverse for the last 6 years.
The NBA. It's like how the WWE tests Brock Lesnar or Goldberg. Like they change the rules so they can get it out their system when the test comes. Yeah. So like they give them the NBA players like universally, not just no special treatment. They universally let them get it out your system. They will test you.
Yeah. Another thing too is on all of these tests, especially in like NBA, you saw there's a lot better with that. Like for the UFC fights.
Yeah.
But especially in NBA, there's so many PEDs that you can get your hands on and get into your system without it being an issue. It's literally not on the list. You know what I'm saying? Like you can take it, get caught for it, but you're not going to be penalized. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy how no private
HGH and testosterone, like two very, very easy examples. You know
yeah, but it's surprising to me that no one, or seemingly no one, is getting caught by the media. Maybe that's like some inside job. They don't want to expose it like that. But I feel they would have at some point had like an independent journalist like, oh, I've caught this. I have this inside source. The only time we ever got to that is when Kobe went to Germany to get his blood spun. So it's like he got a machine. It's sort of like dialysis almost, to get his blood oxygenated by a machine at a level that a human could not do, so he could recover from his injury faster.
It's like increasing his VO2 max by literally like pumping his blood with oxygen.
Yes.
That's crazy.
And there was a controversy about that, but it's technically not cheating. It's like it's not like a PED or anything. Yeah. But that's the closest we ever got to like getting a player on something like that.
Yeah. It's funny, there was a recent controversy with one of baseball's up and coming stars. What is his name? Was it Fernando Gomez? I don't know who it was, but he played for. Damn, bro, I'm not a baseball fan. But there's a guy recently. You better look it up for it. Yeah, pull it up, Jamie.
A guy got caught on something.
Guy got caught.
Okay. Let's see. Suspension 2022. I think I know Fernando fucking Tatis Jr. I forget how to pronounce his name. His last name.
Yeah, Fernando Tatis. Bro, basically he's Dominican, and there's like a whole culture of like, how it's like you rap or you play ball to get out the hood, in the Dominican Republic,
Yeah.
like they're like super baseball stars, all of them from young.
Yeah,
to the point where they're getting drafted to the MLB out of high school, and then like, coming into the league, high school age, and just slending homers, like running to the outfield, catching stuff at the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like doing all
doing
literally just like
shit.
Dominican high school students. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a funny thing about the Dominican Republic is anybody can buy any drug,
Or you can go to the Walgreens, their version of
Yeah.
Walgreens, and get it. Yeah.
buy it, and just take it home with them, right?
Yeah.
So basically, Fernando Tatis says he needed something for like a mole or something.
I think
He
it was
goes to the-
ringworm.
Yeah, ringworm. He goes to the pharmacy, he gets the medicine, and now he's getting popped for drugs.
Yeah. Guys,
Do you buy that story?
Of course not. Of
I'm
course,
gonna say, is it more likely,
the
or is it
UFC
more
guy.
likely he's been taking PEDs since he was in high school?
Yeah, they give Dominican players, they likely get it like when they're 13 and they start from there. But it's like the UFC thing. It's like, oh, I got like a fucking bad like protein powder or something, bad pre-workout, whatever. I got it from
And it's funny because I was watching a video where a doctor was like breaking down, like by does this component of the thing metabolize to this, that, and that. And his story was actually plausible. Fernando Tatis' story was actually plausible. But the big issue with it is that it happened at such a fortuitous time for him. You know what I'm trying to say?
but so I think we watched like the same YouTube video on this. He reverse engineered the excuse before he did it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's possible too.
Well, yeah.
Really weird though. And they even said even if he did it on accident, he still should be punished. Because that's like a big thing where
He still benefited from it.
yeah. And even if he didn't benefit from it, if you take something that's on a list, like before you take anything, basically before you ingest anything, you're supposed to clear it with the people. And then if you actually like make those reports and all that kind of stuff, even if you do get popped, they'll be like, oh, well, he did speak to us and say, I was going to take this medicine. Then his story would track from beginning to end and he wouldn't have that issue.
Damn.
So that's why it's more likely that he, was just trying to get a little edge.
I heard I don't know how they do it now, but I heard an old story about how to beat a piss test. This works for even you trying to work at the post office, for all you people out there trying to get you a little 22-hour job out there.
Not trying to get beat down like that, bro.
There's like a little spray bottle. I have a spray bottle of bleach. Spray in your hand before you do the piss test. You piss into your hand, and apparently that somehow kills the cannabinoids or whatever that stays in your piss. I don't know if it works for every drug, but apparently it works for weed. So just saying, just giving that tip for all you out there.
So you piss into your hand and then drop it in the toilet?
No. You put bleach into your hand. You piss into your bleach covered hand, and you pour it into the cup
That's what I'm
thing.
saying.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I'm just giving y'all little tips and tricks for free.
I appreciate that. I'll use that the next time I got to beat a case,
Have you been seeing any of the what's it called? The controversies of the fucking day over the past 2 weeks?
No. Well, before we get on that, I did want, while we're on the topic of baseball.
Okay.
Are you familiar with baseball's unwritten rules?
Yeah. I'm aware of the concept. I couldn't name them to you right now.
What do you think of that whole
Bat
idea?
flipping and stuff. Oh, this is a stupid idea.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie though, there is something kind of like funny and like nice to see about somebody hitting a game-winning home run and then walking on the bases all the way to the dugout, like in the majors and like a World Series. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like there's like clips in black and white of like Yankees players like boom, grand slam,
Yeah,
win the whole
and
fucking game,
They're
and
walking.
they walk to the dugout and shake.
Yeah.
hands with
They walk around the bases like a debutante, doing like the little curling, like little waving like the
No,
queen.
they don't even wave, bro. They literally have to look down and walk base to base. No waving, no prancing, no giggling.
But they didn't have swag back then. Back in Babe Ruth's day, they didn't have swag. Having swag back then was doing the Charleston, and that was it.
Man. I think Babe Ruth's record recently got broken too.
Yeah.
By, was it Aaron Judge?
Yeah.
Big hitter, man.
I watched that movie Moneyball this past weekend. You ever watched that?
Nah, I never seen that. I was gonna watch it though because it's highly recommended.
It's a great movie.
I did see 42.
42. Oh, I never watched that.
Yeah, Jackie Robinson.
I'm not a big fan of the sports movies, honestly.
I used to be, but they're all the same.
It's like how, and this is my also critique of Moneyball. That's all I really want to say. Is how you gonna have a sports movie that lasts an entire season and then you don't show me the record at different points in the season? It's like beginning, you start 0-0, then Moneyball cuts to like being 13-23, then it cuts to being 38-30, and then there's a montage. We went on a 20-game winning streak. They don't say when the streak started. They certainly don't say when the streak ends. And then when the streak is over, it's like, yeah, we made history. Fade to black. Text pops up. ALCS game 5. What happened? There was 100 games you didn't explain. There was like 100 games.
Dude, that was a perfect look by. What happened? Like, and they just skipped through all of that. There's no exposition. There's not even any dialogue about it, huh?
They didn't talk about it. They skipped to the elimination playoff game. And then, the movie, they lose. And then the
what, spoilers? Now I can't watch the movie. Thanks, jackass.
I think if you didn't know, like, have like an idea of what that baseball team was like, it would be spoilers. But there's no chance they're gonna win the fucking World Series with that team. But it was just proving that you can have like the basketball equivalent would be signing like 11 players with the mid-level exception, and then getting like one not even max player, and then you
so like the Charlotte Bobcats back in the day.
Yeah, like the Al Jefferson, Kemba Walker, Charlotte Bobcats.
That's exactly what I'm thinking of.
And then, but except the difference would be like they make it to like the second round.
So hardly different. Yeah, I see. Or like that one scrappy team from the West every year that's got like 40 wins, but they could have got 50 if things shook out a little better.
Oh yeah, we stuck in 2014 with the Goran Dragic, Gerald Green, Eric Bledsoe, PJ Tucker,
three-headed Dragon Suns. Bro.
Yeah, they won 49 and was the 9th seed. So
wow.
And I think the next season,
the West be fucked up every year, bro.
I mean, it was way worse back then. Like in the middle of like from like 2006 to 2015, every team in the playoffs had 50 wins. And then the East, you would have people with 35 as a 7th seed.
Yeah.
Well, that's the only good anti-LeBron point you can make.
Is that the East was always weak?
The East was dog shit. It was dog shit even when Jordan was there, honestly.
But he always competed in the finals. That's not a fair point.
Of course, if you make it to the end, it doesn't really matter. But
yeah, and he did literally like 10 times in a row. It's funny, bro. That's used more often as a slight against LeBron than like a credit to his name that he's been to the finals 10 times in a row.
Yeah. The finals is not viewed like the Super Bowl. Like the Super Bowl is going there is an achievement in itself.
Yeah.
Like you can only feel so bad about it unless the game was like super close, like that Seahawks one. But if it's like
Seahawks Patriots, man.
Yeah, like you should have won that one. But if it's like Broncos Seahawks or like even Eagles Patriots,
or it's like Falcons Patriots.
That one's bad. But most of them, it's like, you know what? We had a good season. We got here. We played our asses off. Even though we lost.
I was just thinking recently about my favorite game in all of football. To this day, it's still that freaking Peyton Manning versus Tony Romo duel.
Oh yeah, the 52-49 game.
Oh yeah, man, that's some football right there. That's the most points I've ever seen in a game.
That might still be the record, or maybe the Rams and the Chiefs broke it that one time. But yeah, we're watching a promiscuity right now. Charlie Hunnam, Sons of Anarchy, is cheating on his. Man, she got a lot of surgery or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cheating.
Those do look quite fake.
Charlie Hunnam is cheating not only on his baby mama, but also his current girl. So that's one of the perks of being a biker is that you just have sex with all the women, and not go to jail for any of the murders you do. They live in like a small. It's not like a New Orleans sized town. It's a Cape Girardeau sized town, like 30,000 people in it, and there's like 500 murders a year just related to this biker gang alone. That's why I love this show. This is one of the shows that like you either love because how ridiculous it is, or you fucking hate it
because of how stupid it is.
Yeah, but it fucking rules. It's very,
So really like drug runners, basically.
they're gun runners primarily.
Gun runners, okay.
They're like they have like a connect with the IRA with a branch of the IRA. Yeah, sometimes just gotta murder random people and then dig up the bodies because someone's on their trail. Great show. I recommend it to all. What do you think? I was watching a week ago. I was just binge watching like teachers snapping on students' videos. What do you think about when teachers get a little physical with the students?
Oh,
Get a little physical.
Like
Yeah, I'm not
shaking them
talking. I'm not talking about verbal. I'm talking about breaking students' jaw type stuff.
completely unrelated. I gotta throw this out there though. Well, not completely.
Let me pull up this video,
Bro,
but go ahead.
When you ever see the video where the bus driver just cold decks the chick and she falls out of the bus?
Oh no, I haven't seen that.
That's one of my favorites. But dude, in general, some kids need to be shaked up sometimes. So hell yeah.
Oh, I don't know about this one because the video I brought up was like this news thing of teacher breaks jaw of disruptive 7-year-old student.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Because what you're thinking of is like a high school, which there are those like people being mean to the PE teacher. Like this is video. Let me get this up right now. Let me do OBS. Let me go. It gets
Teachers in general be going through it. It's funny. There are some antagonistic teachers though.
of course.
Have you heard about the trans teacher with the prosthetic like Triple H tits?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna talk about. That's the controversy that I was talking about.
Oh my lord! Dude.
What do you think about that?
Have you seen the picture?
Yeah,
There's nothing to think about if you seen the pictures, bro. Like she is clearly out of line, right?
she's clearly mentally ill. Skip this version. Would be
I saw it. I'm like, come on, where's your pasties?
where's your anything? Where's your decency?
Why do you have tits that go down to your?
That's hurting your
kneecaps
back.
anyways?
That's hurting your back. She's just gonna snap in half one day while she's standing up. But hey, maybe she was.
Comically large breasticles.
All right, we're gonna watch this video. It's called "Gym Teacher Flips Out," and it's not gonna get physical. It's not gonna get physical, but it's gonna get questionable.
You are a disrespectful man that doesn't listen to anyone. After 5
They do look like a
times
devil.
I'm asking you to listen, you don't listen.
Football team
You are
back in the
a
day.
phony tough guy.
Devon, yeah.
Phony.
My bad.
Phony. You're damn you can damn all day long. Damn it all day. You don't listen to anyone. Damn, respectfully asking you to put your phone down.
Now he's
You
trying to
don't.
dab on the
And
teacher.
respectfully asking you to stop talking. You don't. You just don't stop. You know, sir, I'm trying to get louder. I'm trying to get closer so you hear the instruction.
No.
You're not hearing the
Notification. It's about to get really nasty,
Touch your
though.
face with my face. That's the thing. You don't have to get in my fucking bubble,
trying
nigga.
to
You do not have to
understand.
get in my fucking bubble. And you spitting on me too. So don't say shit. Don't say shit.
You are
Don't
so
say shit.
tough. Your toughness is really intimidating. I'm intimidated right now. I'm
Intimidated? Oh my lord, that's that please hit me energy.
No, you're trying to bait me into an altercation because you want
Yeah, it ain't
to
gonna
have
happen.
a lawsuit. That's your toughness.
I don't give a fuck about
But I am not doing
I just don't want you
anything
in my
except
face.
asking you not to talk
I just don't
and
want you in
asking
my
you loud now.
I do
because
not
you're-
care.
Then
I
leave.
don't care.
Then leave.
You're not
now
kissing
go.
me, nigga.
Leave.
You're
Nigger.
not kissing me,
Nigger.
nigga. You don't have to put your-
I thought I misheard it at first. I thought I misheard it at first. You're running back. I thought I misheard it.
Everyone had to replay it.
Then leave.
You're not
Now
kissing
go.
me, nigga. You
Leave.
don't-
Nigger.
you're not kissing
Nigger.
me, nigga. You don't have to
Nigger.
put your-
Nigger.
It's so flagrant, dude.
Nigger.
Did you hear? Hold on.
You're just calling me.
So the
nigger.
thing is, he called him, he referred to him as the N-word, the black kid, but we couldn't hear it that well, even in the like he had the earphones on. But I remember skipping to that part, not knowing that was there, and like, whoa, my mind's blown. But yeah, that's all.
Anybody see it?
Yeah, that's
Why did no one react to him saying that?
because they heard. I guess I don't know. I don't know. They're like 7th graders.
Yes, fight, flight, or freeze. There's an easy option there.
You know, there's a bunch of white kids in that room. They all say it. I know like 50% of white people, male or female, at their sleepovers. I know because I bug people's houses. At sleepovers until they're like 16-year-old, they would say the N-word and then giggle, and that was like their little ceremony before they get the party started.
That's like the let's do something bad together so we can know that we're like cool.
Yeah, it's how like the Skull and Bones Society, like, you know,
That's us keeping a secret, bro.
like they all jack off into a card and then someone has to lick it off.
Oh, bro, not the soggy biscuit.
Did you ever get hazed at any time? I guess you would never be in that situation.
Have I ever been hazed? No, not at all, really.
My sister was talking about like hazing somebody. What the prank should be, instead of all these brutal pranks that get people killed, like a handful of boys killed every year, it should be something like her proposal was like, why don't they just like make a sandwich in the guy's ass, like put him to sleep, and while he's sleeping, make a sandwich in his ass. And he has to wake up with mayonnaise and cheese and ham in his butt cheeks.
I hope you know that is also like terrorizing him.
But it becomes so funny. I
know, right? It's so absurd. It's like
it's not like making someone drink like 100 proof, like making them drink absinthe like water, until their brain can't function.
It's not like a soggy biscuit.
Yeah, it's crazy that George H.W. Bush did that. That's how much he wanted to be president. My man was munching on them soggy biscuits, man.
Dude, fraternity initiations and stuff always is like it's like a cult thing to the point where it's even hard to find information about it on the internet, like what actually goes down.
Yeah, unless someone gets, and half the time the university sometimes covers it up as well.
Yeah.
Fuck. I was gonna bring up. I was thinking about that movie. You ever seen that movie like that where that quote "You can't handle the truth" comes from? Because I'm forgetting the movie.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
No, that quote is very familiar. Sorry,
I was thinking.
I fumbled right there.
For some reason, I don't know what the context would be, but I was thinking, the prosecutor is questioning the guy who's on the stand, who's like testifying or whatever. And he's like, I want the cheeks and nothing but the cheeks. And then the guy on the stand's like, you can't handle the cheeks.
That's great. Nah, dude. When it comes to I'm gonna withhold my statement actually. When it comes to cheeks, let's just leave that out. Let's just not share that. When it comes to cheeks, you fill in the blanks. Get it? When it comes to cheeks, you fill in the blanks.
I don't really get it. But I wanted to talk about this funny story of my father. A man who I think is sort of agnostic on the cheek question, honestly, my father is. Mm-hmm. But I remember this one time we had to like stay in the hotel because I don't even know why, but we had to stay in the hotel for 3 days and our apartment covered the cost. And I couldn't take a shower for those 3 days. Mm-hmm. Not because the shower was broken. It was because my dad, in those 3 days, set up a weed growing operation in the tub. So every time I went in the bath, I was like, don't take a shower. I was like, I'm just gonna pee, Dad. It's like, okay, but don't turn on the water. Turn on the shower.
He's growing weed in the bathtub.
Growing weed in the bathtub. So for 3 days, we had to go to school without taking a shower. And it's like, it's one of those things again. It's one of those things like, it's what's going on.
In hindsight.
No, it was in the moment. It was weird.
In the moment, it was.
It was just so. How you can't wait 3 days till you go back home and grow weed, or whatever. Oh, we're watching a murder being
Staged.
falsified. Yeah, staged.
Why do they have fake blood though? How does that help them?
I don't know.
In what way does bringing fake blood and staging like that just makes it look fake? When they immediately realize this, I don't get it.
It may not be it's not trying to trick the police. It's trying to trick a rival gang. It's trying to trick the Mayans, I believe. That's the enemy this season.
The Mayans.
Yeah, in season 2, the enemies are like this like Nazi organized crime gang. So it's like instead of like the Sopranos, they had that one thing when they killed the pedophile and like, oh, these are good guys, and then the show gets dark and you realize they're all evil or whatever. They're all like pieces of shit out for themselves. But with this show, they find like a new heel to make this horrendous biker group look like the good guys. So the second season, we got white nationalist Nazi type guys to just be slaughtered by these guys and them look good. And I think the third season we get like black guys to be the bad guys for a little bit, and then like it shifts to like Mexicans and then to the Chinese.
Oh
wow. But this show has like I don't know if you're ever gonna watch this, so I might spoil it.
I'm not gonna watch this. You can spoil it.
Like this, it's one of my favorite endings in the TV show. Is like the guy he just kills himself.
He just shoots himself.
He doesn't shoot himself in the head. He drives his bike into an 18-wheeler because that's how his dad died.
Wow, that's pretty metal.
And it's just like, you did all that just to kill yourself. Why didn't you kill yourself before you killed like 600 people?
You gotta get his KD high.
I guess that's true. Oh, I keep forgetting to bring this up. I'm playing NW3 on PC. I'm back, baby.
Oh,
I'm back, baby.
No.
I'm back, baby.
You've been dropping Moabs, bro?
Yeah, I've been dropping Moabs, but it's been like the
haven't?
vibe. I have.
You dropped the Moabs?
Yeah, there's
Dude.
now a slight caveat. There's only sweats playing, so that makes it a little more impressive. But it's like half sweats, half bot lobbies.
Oh, okay.
But I would say this as well. Like if you had like a PC to play with me with this, so you can like attest to this, the bots are better than the average Xbox 360 MW3 player back in the day. Like
I don't doubt that for a second, dude.
every month they give a update.
The combat training bots in Black Ops were.
But they were predictable in a way that the bots in this are not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's insane. But I was happy to drop a couple Moabs. The servers are great, and I'm prestiging. I'm on like 5th or 6th prestige. I'm just having a great old time for the past month. So I just gotta say, if you're playing, if you want to go play one of those old Call of Duty games from like not just MW3, but Black Ops 1 and 2.
Are you playing on like what is it, Plutonium?
Plutonium, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, because MW3 on like just normally on Steam, you're connecting with people in like Eastern Europe, and there's only like 50 people playing.
Yeah.
And it's
Plutonium is still hot. I'm familiar because there's a big push for people to get on Plutonium versus the older games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They don't want the.
it's a better version.
Yeah. And I feel that they have like the AK-74U
Yeah.
on MW3.
All the single player guns are in the multiplayer. Like, so they got the AK-74. There's another rifle, and there's the intervention from MW2.
Oh,
as well.
yeah. Dude, I'd love to play that.
And they have not only
Do you play it on this laptop?
yeah.
You just use like plug your controller in?
Yeah, it's a Bluetooth connected.
Oh, okay.
And I bought all the DLC or whatever for the cheap, and I gotta say, them DLC maps are insane. Like
MW3s?
yeah,
Yeah, they were always really good.
it was like I'm playing this old game like in a whole new different way, and it was fun. It was
Exactly what you were looking for, bro.
yeah.
And it's funny because MW2 is about to drop, and it's actually the opposite of what we wanted.
You played the beta?
No, I didn't even have to play it. I seen it.
I played
It's,
the beta.
it's Modern Warfare 2, not MW2. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
It's like a continuation of the new gen Modern Warfare, not.
It's not harkening back to anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played it for a little bit. I didn't really enjoy it. Yeah. It's fine, but it's just not what I want.
Same here. I didn't play it at all. I don't intend to. Overwatch 2 just dropped yesterday.
Oh, you into that?
That game doesn't work, so I deleted it.
You paid $60 and
No, I didn't pay for it. It's free.
oh, okay.
Yeah. They went for the battle pass system. Where basically they run everyone's pockets collectively to make enough money to have the game be free.
Oh, like a Fortnite battle pass.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to like unlock the characters and all this, and also my progression wasn't saved. A lot of things about that game pissed me off, and I didn't even want to like it to begin with. So I'm kind of glad that it was like bad. You know what I'm saying?
These gaming companies be a lot more honest. It's like a lot of these games need to be $80, $90 to make their money back. I'll pay that. If it's a good game, I'll pay $90 for it.
They don't want to make a good game. They want to make a game that they can have people play a lot. And like the consumers have consistently shown them what, Mark?
They fiends.
Yeah, so they doing what they can to get their money.
Yeah, I just
at this point, indie games is the only way to really enjoy like the old kind of game we used to be acquainted with.
Yeah, I just feel like for me, the idea, even though the games may not peak, the business model, $60 game, $15 to $30 DLC, nice chunky DLC.
Yeah.
In that 2007 like 2014 era, that's what it need to be.
Yeah, Battlefield 3, MW3, like some of the older like single player games even had that model. Like Skyrim had the DLCs and everything. Assassin's Creed, like just like staple games. Even like racing games, they went off of this, but it's like $2 for a car or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like it was like they had a strong entry cost of $60, and then they could expect to get like $30 to $40 from everyone. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's like 2 DLC packs.
Yeah.
And that way they could get their money. But now it's like the game is free. One skin is $15, maybe
Fuck
30.
You.
I've never bought a cosmetic in a game, and I don't intend to, bro. It's just not worth it at all. It's got to change the game in some way for me to pay for it. Like I've bought in characters in fighting games, like $5 a piece.
Yeah.
But it's a whole new character, right? There's no way I'm about to spend 3 times that for something. And then in a first-person shooter, I can't even see the skin.
Yeah.
Horrible, dude. Horrible. I really hate this new free-to-play model. To be honest, it's ruining a lot of good games for me.
Yeah, I'm not into it at all. Speaking of old games though, COD 4, I want to talk about this story. This time I almost died playing COD 4. It was like the summer of 2012, and I was playing COD 4 on that map Crash, and for some
That's the
reason,
one with the helicopter in the middle.
yeah, and I was like eating that. It's the first time I had that chunky peanut butter with the big nuts in it. And I was munching and playing a little Call of Duty, get my little UAV or whatever. And some reason, normally I would take a bit of peanut butter, be able to swallow right down. But I got to the point where, it's not going down. It's too thick. I can't handle the cheeks, I guess, in a way. Can't handle the thickness.
Goodness, dude.
And yeah, I was just sitting there.
Gagging on peanut butter.
Not like holding my throat gagging. It was like I'm sitting there with the control in my hand trying to swallow it. I'm just putting my head back. Why I want to go down? And it's like 15 seconds without me breathing, and I'm like, oh, this is how I'm going to die. And then eventually it just goes down.
It's funny how intensely your body feels that sensation too. Like, wait, I'm about to die. Because I can remember times when I've almost drowned, and it's that same feeling where it's just like, it gets very dark and like small. The whole world feels very small and dark. That's how I would describe it.
Yeah, yeah.
And all of a sudden you're just like, like the heart's pumping, dude. Next thing you know, false alarm. And you get some more peanut butter.
Yeah, you just got
you went right back to it.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
That was.
Why don't you just put it on a sandwich, you mongrel?
I didn't have bread.
Oh man, that's sad.
It was like those days were like that summer. All I ate was like that peanut butter, like hot dogs. Whenever my mom would cook, she would make the sweet potatoes and chicken sort of thing. She'd make a good meal, but she couldn't cook every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was mostly that and sandwiches. So it was like it was struggle. It was struggle stuff.
To this day, sandwiches, I feel like everyone should be good. Everyone needs to find their sandwich, be good on it, be content with eating it whenever they need to, bro. Because I think that's the more good for my diet than anything. Like literally just having a turkey sandwich be my go-to thing. It just injects a certain level of nutrient-dense food into my diet. You know what I'm trying to say? And it sets a strong base. You know what I mean?
What bread do you like? What bread do you?
I like wheat bread. I don't mind it at all. It tastes the same to me. So
I like using the not the Ezekiel, but the what's it called? The something seeds bread.
Yeah. Like the real wheat bread.
Yeah.
See, I used to eat that when I go by Noah's house because he was rich.
Yeah,
that was like my moment to indulge my.
It's less bread than the normal ones, but it costs 3 times as much.
It was funny that like literally being by his house and like eating like real because they eating like all fresh ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
I think his mom was vegan or something like that. But basically, being by his house and eating like real fresh food like the whole time, like it showed me like, wow, being healthy is not that hard if you have money to spend on this stuff.
Yeah.
Like just the variety of stuff they had. I'm talking like real preserves for the first time, bro. I mean, I'm like, damn, this kind of banging. And this is real fruit, right?
Real preserves. That's what Indians be. You eating that? What's a preserve?
Like jelly almost.
How does it? Why do they call it preserves?
I don't know. I just think it's the fact that it has like real fruit pieces in it.
So it preserves the essence of the fruit.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's a thing. I might be wrong.
I mean, yeah, the name is correct. I just don't know why they ever called it that.
Why do they call it preserved?
Because when I think of preserved in food, I'm thinking of salt and stuff and drying your food.
Yeah. One manager is funny as hell. I'm in need of coverage for 2 hours. I figured since you sometimes climb around that time, maybe you want to come in.
Am I getting paid for it?
Hmm?
Are you thinking, should I be getting paid for this?
But it's 2 hours, bro. If I gotta spend an hour on a bus to get there and an hour to go home, and I get paid for 2 hours, you do the math on that.
Yeah, it's not worth it, I guess.
Only if I was already going.
Getting $30 for 4 hours of work.
What day is it?
It is the 6th, the Thursday.
Yeah, if I was already going, yeah, it's Fort Worth. But otherwise, no. I usually don't go to work ever if it's not at least 5 hours.
I wanted to start the episode like this to be one of those random lines, but I didn't feel like writing to make this make sense. But I just wanted to say the Amphibophile community has been taking people's shit for way too long. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, jam is made with masked fruit. Preserves have whole fruit or large pieces of fruit. That's all it is.
Okay.
The only difference. Seemingly.
But do you agree with what I said?
You gotta repeat that. I wasn't listening.
The Amphibophile community has been taking people's shit for way too long.
Amphibophile? What is that?
It's when you like a post pubescent, like 13 to 17 year old, like that sort of range.
Oh. Do we have to have this discussion right now?
Discussion about what?
Amphibophile.
That they're good or whatever. I don't have an opinion on them. I'm just saying that they're getting a lot of shit.
Why?
Because people call them
pedophiles.
Pedophiles.
They're not pedophiles.
I mean,
wait, you said 13 to what?
17.
13 to 17 is not prepubescent. That
No.
involves.
Yeah, this pedo just means children, and in America, 13 to 17 is a child.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like illegally. But I'm saying they're not prepubescent though. A lot of those.
Yeah.
From like 15 on.
Of course, but pedo doesn't mean prepubescent. It just means child.
Yeah.
But I had to think about what pedo meant yesterday, so I just thought about that. Like you could call amphibiophiles. Like people have, for years on forums, on GameFAQs forums, are making, well, Jeffrey Epstein wasn't a amphibophile. He's having sex with. He's just raping 15-year-olds, and it's like as if
He's just raping 15.
I mean, they didn't say rape, but that's what he was doing. But they wanted to make that distinction, even though one is just a sub branch of the other one.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Because if you like 15-year-olds, you're still a pedophile.
Yeah. Let's look. I was thinking about the strongest archetype in America. What would you say the strongest archetype type of guy or woman to be?
Ooh. It's American?
Yeah, in America.
A can-do white guy. Very strong.
Like guy who's good, a white guy who's good with his hands or something?
Yeah. I think it's a pretty high on the tier list. You know, you get lots of respect in general in life.
A lot of gonna have sex with a lot of people's wives.
I'm about to say you get like preferential treatment from pretty much all, women's of your ilk.
I was gonna say the black woman who's working a desk job, who's working the front desk.
That's a big L.
They're unbeatable. In every interaction you have with them, they have the upper hand, and they will beat you.
Now that she's speaking on it like that, dude, they know how to get you. They know how to get you.
It's like when it comes to like either the DMV, any of like the bureaucracy type things, they will fuck you over because my mom was just telling me they are paid to be there all the time. They don't care what's happening in your life. They don't care how fast or slow this process is going for you. And they sort of half-ass enjoy it when it does go slower for you. And it's like, you can't say anything to beat them. Even if you come correct, they can still like slow roll you and all this and be a bitch to you and be a dick to you. Like they were to me on the phone always. And it's like, I was thinking, how do I beat this? What's their weakness? Like what type are they and what's their weakness? So how can I penetrate the psyche of a black woman working a front desk job? And I was thinking, just yelling, your son is not your king. Your son is not your king.
Oh my Lord. This took such a radical turn. I did not see that coming. Your son is not your king.
It's like basically
nothing that black women desk workers love like their sons, Mark. You ain't wrong about
or say Obama was a shitty president.
Ooh.
You shit on like the only black male figures in their life that they have.
God can't save you. That's a little too far, huh?
I think they'll be confused by that.
Not even can't. God won't save you. There we go. More accurate.
But the son is not your king. I think that one cuts pretty deep.
It does for sure.
They spend all that time at that shitty job just to raise that son.
Mm-hmm. That's son that's gonna go to the NBA and get them a Bentley and a big house and buy their mama a Lambo and
that's not even
write a speech when they win the MVP trophy about how their mom was the reason why.
Even like those type of black women, I don't think they envision that. They just envision raising the son into a man that will take care of them.
Yeah.
But you know, it's New Orleans. It's going to be likely that at the high school basketball game, he's going to get shot by accident by a guy who just spraying, which has happened 2 or 3 times this year. I just can't get that out of my head.
Yeah, bro.
I just can't get that out of my head.
Dying from stray bullets has got to be like, I can't think of anything less unfortunate, more unfortunate, I guess to say. But that is extremely unlucky, dude. Like you were just there.
Yeah,
you didn't even do anything wrong.
It's just like having someone explain to my mother, like after just having a shitty game. It's like, yeah, your son got shot, and in his last game he went 0 for 4 and missed 2 free throws. Like, damn.
Yeah, bro, I didn't know I was on the court.
Man, we all had our bad moments. We're mostly having bad moments.
Our good moments were in the dark. Behind the scenes, bro.
Or just at like a good gym that had like a solid.
Bro, I don't know if I caught a dub today, but my Uber driver, as I'm coming here, he asked me, he's like, do you play for one of the teams at UNO? I'm like, okay, maybe I am doing some things right in life. I'm pretty black, yeah. He's like, yeah, you look pretty athletic. I'm like, let's go, you know, maybe I am a track star, you know, maybe I am the only guy on the basketball team under 6 foot, you know, who knows?
I got the guy came to this apartment. It was like delivering my groceries, and he said, "Oh, you on a football team?" It's like, do you would know football team? I mean, he just saw how big I was and reflexively just said that.
Yeah.
And I just told him, nah.
And if you'd be like, nah, they don't have a football team. He'd be like, oh, so you on a basketball team.
Like, right.
right. Yeah.
Nah, I just told him I make beats. I really did.
You make Kendrick Lamar type beats?
Yeah, I make type beats.
I like that's a whole genre of music, bro. Type beats.
It's a solid genre.
It's awesome.
I wonder. I mean, I know you're not like a rapper type guy.
Me?
But if you were a rapper, would you buy beats?
Would I buy beats?
Like even if
bro, I would learn to make them. Because it's just gonna add more to my artistic talent at that point.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the way to go. Just executive. If you're a rapper, you don't have that much work to do as far as stuff, so kind of stuff. You don't have to learn how to play an instrument. You don't really got to learn that much music theory. So being an executive producer should be a part of your MO. I feel like for a rapper.
Yeah, it does feel sort of. It doesn't. How do I say this? It feels like you're the second guy on a championship team. Whenever you make a good rap song, you didn't produce the beat.
I know, right? Like, come on, do I really want to be D Wade?
It's like, that's good, that's fine.
I know, huh?
But you know, you want to be LeBron. Mm-hmm. And sort of related to this. I was watching GTA.
Hey, must be thrown out there while we're on the topic
All
of the greatest duo in the history of 2000s basketball. 2010s basketball, my fault. One of my favorite Kanye and Jay-Z lines to this day is still, "Ain't that just like Bron James? Ain't that just like D Wade? Wait." That's a great line, dude. Man, we don't have that tag team rapping no more. I've been begging for it for a while.
Yeah, that really was like the Watch the Throne album was like the last album like that. They obviously have features like this all the time, but
Yeah. I mean, they don't even have many that are that quality and that versatile. It's usually just like verse, 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 verse. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
The closest thing I've seen, like not even closest, the best example of it I've seen in recent memory was T Grizzly and Lil Yachty from the D to the A.
I feel like I listened to that song and went in one ear out the other.
Unlucky.
Yeah,
I just thought they had actually mirrored the style at least, you know, even if it wasn't especially.
I remember like being like a 9-year-old kid in the line of Walmart, thinking there's been a long line at Walmart, like payday. You know, all these people are here, and just thinking about like it's 2009 or something, and I'm just thinking about, oh, what if I got like 10 best rappers on one song? That'd be epic.
Yeah.
I got 50 Cent with T.I., with Jay-Z, with Eminem. Oh my god, and with Lil Wayne. And I was like thinking of what the verses would be.
Yeah, I remember that too. And Thinking Forever was a good song.
Oh, what song was that?
Eminem, Lil Wayne, Kanye West, Drake.
Yeah, that blew out of my memory. From that era, I remember the like
May not mean nothing to y'all.
oh, okay, yeah. I remember that it was like a 9-man cipher on that, like that Paper Planes beat, the MIA.
Oh,
it
dude.
was just like a bunch. It was like UGK, I think Lil Wayne was on. It was like a bunch of people.
Uh-huh.
I was like, man, this is what rap should be. It's a bunch of guys coming together. I had the person.
I mean, the BET Cyphers, I used to always watch, like our family used to watch it together, the BET Cyphers back in the day. And that was the closest thing we had to it.
My mind was like, I was like a 80s hip hop fan. It was like, yeah, the rap song should be like a party. Mm-hmm. And then the team.
Well, who's stopping you from listening to 80s hip hop, bro?
I'm just saying it's not.
Well, listen to some Mobb Deep, some Outkast, something like that.
Of course, I listen to that, but it's like all the rap since then, since I was 9 years old, is mostly just talking about usually 2 tracks, but they're both like mental illness. You either talk about how sad you are, or you talk about how you're gonna cope with your sadness.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. By robbing the neighborhood drug dealer. Awesome stuff.
There's this guy who lives here who looks like XXX Tentacion, and he was walking his cat on a leash. I'm like, respect to that guy.
That might be X.
Oh, he faked his death?
Possibly. You never know. You never know.
We gotta get in our opinions on weed. People expect us to be political in this political season. So what's our opinions on weed?
No one should do weed. Weed is bad for you. It turns you into a lazy person. It literally puts you in a state of mind that is not conducive to being a productive part of society. So
I don't know, man.
weed is bad, but it should be legal because, you know, it makes money. They pay taxes on it just like everybody else. It'll be fine. It's not any worse than alcohol in terms of the actual dangers of it. So, you know, let people rock.
It's funny how like
21 plus.
you could use J.R. Smith smoke weed before every game and look at him. And then you just cut to that clip on the fucking up the finals game 1 in 2018. Super high right there.
Literally could have won it. I hate the only thing I hate about that is he made a super good play to even get that rebound in the first place.
Yeah.
And like people, sports fans always have this issue where it's like everything good you do is like completely nullified if you mess up in any way. Like if he just didn't get that rebound, nobody would even care. But because he made a high effort play, a very athletic, skillful play, got the rebound, and then dribbled it out instead of making a shot, now they're mad at him.
Because you got their expectations.
Man, LeBron had given up already anyways. LeBron had already threw in the towel on that series, bro.
I mean, yeah, after that game, that's the reason why. But he was going hard. Like he got 51, 9, and 8.
That's not a lot for LeBron in the finals, bro. I'm not impressed.
All right.
Bro, how many series has he averaged 40?
A bunch.
And him getting 51 when the other two main scorers are out? Weren't Kyrie and Kevin Love both
Not
there?
in that. In 2018, they were both there.
Okay. Well, fair enough then. I guess he did go crazy. But I don't know. Maybe that's just the revisionist history talking.
I remember that I watched that at your apartment. That was when I think I first met Paul.
Yeah. And I think we watched the 2015 finals. No, it had to be 18.
It was definitely 18.
Yeah, it was his last year with the Cavs.
And I gotta say something. Get on my soapbox right here.
I'm listening.
How dare the World Wrestling Entertainment Company book a match with a guy who mocked Japan's suicide force?
Jake Paul is going on the WB?
No, it's Logan Paul.
Logan Paul. They're the same person.
Yeah. It's Logan Paul going against the WWE champion Roman Reigns, and it's like people in the comment section brought that up from like 5 years ago. For one, fake controversy. That was a fake controversy, in my opinion.
Why?
Making fun of the suicide force.
Well, recording dead bodies in the suicide forest.
Yeah, I mean, you should get your video taken down for doing shit like that. But the problem isn't that he joked about a thing that's happening, a tragic thing. That's what everyone does that has a fucking sense of humor. The point is that you're not supposed to put gore and like horrendous stuff like that on YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube wasn't making a moral or comedy statement. It was saying like, this ain't fucking Live League, dude. But still, stuff like that still makes you mad because they take like enforcing basic rules and regulations as some sort of moral thing.
Yeah.
But anyways, Logan Paul's gonna get his cheeks clapped by Roman Reigns, and I'm not gonna watch it. How do you feel about this is also another controversy that's a link to this. What do you think about Saudi Arabia? Because that's where the match is taking place.
Goodness. Are you serious?
Yeah, WWE been doing shows like
I don't know anything about Saudi Arabia other than they're under Sharia law. That's correct, right?
Can you explain for the folks at home? Explain Sharia law.
Oh my goodness! Your whole life is providenced by the Quran, right? Isn't that the basic idea?
It's when like Islamic clerics are like the enforcers and rulers of the law.
Completely non-secular government.
Yeah.
Awesome, right?
It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not necessarily a good thing.
It's necessarily bad for...
They're going to enforce whatever interpretation of like whatever the ruling Islamic ideology there is. So with Saudi Arabia, it's very like oppressive against women and all that.
That's what I was going to say.
Whereas, maybe someone would say like Iran is a little bit better with their theocracy.
Yeah.
Controversial to having big protests right now.
I was about to say something very controversial, but we'll save that for...
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm going to keep my comment about Muslim women to myself.
That they're hot and they need to unleash their beautiful bodies for you.
No, not at all what I was going to say.
That's the French government's take.
Not at all what I was going to say.
Yeah, good thing we're not doing video.
The French government? What do you mean?
Yeah, they like banned like 10 years ago or something like that. They banned the burkini. So like Muslim women wouldn't be able, like the only way they would go like to the beach would be in like a regular bikini and not be able like to cover their heads or their bodies. Mm-hmm. So it's like it's just as a Islamic phobic law saying free to nip, bitch, get the titties out here.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's weird how these like factually oppressed women are seemingly very content with that though. And even like how, we discussed before, like, Western Muslim women. What a strange thing, in my opinion, to see.
Like converts, you mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like freed Western women who were like, you know what? Put on hijab. I'm going to submit to my father/husband.
That has nothing to do about submitting to your father. It's about...
Until they're married, are they supposed to submit to their father?
Just because, like, for example, the person we know who converted to Islam has nothing to do with her father. It had to do with her lover, her spouse.
What spouse? She's not married.
Yeah, but that's when you would take it off.
Makes no sense.
It's meant
bro.
to be special. I mean, it's, we don't do it, but like in
Well, for instance,
okay,
bro,
go ahead.
I think we need to stop normalize. We need to normalize wearing dresses that aren't white because ain't none of y'all virgins, all right?
What you mean?
They wear a white dress when you get married to signify your purity, your innocence, and your virginity. Ain't none of y'all virgins.
I
Y'all don't need
mean,
to be
all
wearing
this
white
stuff is it's all ceremonial at this point. Like, why do we need to get a proper wedding?
Man, y'all need to be wearing black dresses.
Y'all need to be wearing jumpsuits, them tight jumpsuits to y'all weddings.
I'm
Over.
not saying y'all need to be wearing Nike track suits.
I would like to get married in like a really nice tracksuit.
That would be very posh. How about you wear the dress, she wears a tracksuit?
All right, we ain't doing any of that over here. You
Why
can keep all your. That's West Coast nonsense.
Like, I'm gonna be real, bro. I've been looking for a girl to throw me down for a while. So, ladies, if you're out there, I'm single.
All right, well, go ahead with that. How do you advertise? I guess you just have to.
Advertise that I'm trying to get thrown down.
Yeah,
I just try and look for muscular women.
like what handkerchief code is that?
I drop my periwinkle handkerchief on the ground and go, whoops. And leave. As I pick it up. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there, muscle lady.
Just going like walking past like a group of like straight guys who are just talking to each other, dropping a brown handkerchief. Oops, and just like bending over with your ass all up in the air. And stuff.
That's exactly what I'm talking, bro. But in front of the chicks,